What a wild run we've been on, and today is a day where some big decisions need to be made. And we can look forward to extending our road winning streak against the Atlanta Falcons. Welcome back to my Broncos franchise. I'm Monkey C. And thank you guys so much for being here and watching this channel. So if you like this content so far, please leave a like and subscribe. And comment on what you've seen so far on our winning streak. Before we get into all the logistics, there's some exciting news in practice this week during Kendrick Whitworth's workout. And turns out he is getting upgraded to Superstar X Factor. It literally feels not that long ago when we took him in the 7th round with low expectations to now seeing that he may be our #1 receiver after all. It's just the beginning and still plenty of work and development that need to take place for him to claim that position, but the potential is there. While our nostalgia kicks in on last year's draft, we can also look forward to what's ahead in mock draft 2. And that is out this week, and quarterbacks are still my focus nationally this week, but I'm beginning to think that these top 5 rated quarterbacks might not be as good as we think. And currently, they are falling in the first round, and some of them even fell out of the first round in this mock. So hopefully we'll get a clearer picture once we scout them. There's definitely still some interest in Spencer Bayer for me, based off his traits and player notes, but it's still very early, and the other guy I have interest in is Henry Smith, who could be interesting, but he's a scrambling quarterback with a slow arm angle, and he's not that fast, but also with a good arm. So he's going to be a very interesting prospect that we'll keep our eyes on. And of course, it is the trade deadline, and it's also a good time to see the standings, because if I do sell, I want to trade to a team who's in contention, and if I'm buying, I will look for teams who's falling out of playoff race. And it also gives us a glimpse of what's going on in the league and what it looks like up to this point. So with the way our roster is constructed and these one-year contracts here, I'm still not yet convinced going all in would make a ton of sense, but I also don't think that we should be tearing the team apart now that we've won 4 straight in a row. So I will make a trade, but it'll be just trading away Jonathan Cooper, who really doesn't have a role on our team anymore. And I think the Rams will make a ton of sense since they need more edge rushers and currently in a playoff race. In the spirit of reality, I'm just gonna do some pick swaps for 6s and 7s this year and the next, and that'll be the only trade we make since we are so middle of the pack right now. So we wish Jonathan Cooper the best of luck in Los Angeles, as we have just traded him to the Rams. After the trade, I signed our 5th round running back Gregory Sullivan to be on our roster, and we'll find a way to get him some playing time with Banks being out. Last but not least, we have a breakout challenge, and we'll get the chance to see Nate Gills get upgraded, and rightfully so, that he gets this opportunity with the way that he's played over the last 4 weeks. And as you can see, he's been going crazy these last few weeks, now having a healthy lead over everyone on our team with 7.5 sacks. And it'll be fun to see if he can add to that to gain superstar development today. For this game, believe it or not, we are currently leading our division, and we'll be taking on a pretty good Falcons team today. We, however, did suffer a good amount of injuries in practice, as Ben Powers, Quinn Meinerz, and Kendrick Bourne will be out, and of course Lester Banks recovering from his injury last week. The Falcons, on the other hand, will be without Grady Jarrett and Caleb McGarry, which might be the area to attack for Nate Gills to get that development upgrade. So the Falcons lineup before we get started. Desmond Ridder is at quarterback, running back is Bijan Robinson, fullback is Henry Pearson, receivers are Drake London, Curtis Samuel, and Odell Beckham Jr., and possibly seeing the rookie Kevin Ramsey. Tight end is Kyle Pitts, left tackle is Jake Matthews, left guard is Matthew Bergeron, center is Drew Dahlman, right guard is Chris Lindstrom, and the right tackle replacing McGarry is Dylan Cook. On defense, rookie Robbie O'Neal and Taquan Graham are defensive ends. Nose tackle is David Onyemata. At edge, it's Arnold Ebiketie. Off-ball linebackers are Caden Ellis and Miles Jack. And the other side of edge is former Bronco Baron Browning, who we traded this past offseason. Corners are AJ Terrell, Isaac Yiadom, Emmanuel Mosley, and Clark Phillips. And the safeties are Jesse Bates, and Josh Metellus. What an unexpected run the Broncos have been as they look for their third straight road win and fifth consecutive overall, as Desmond Ridder will look to defend his home field against our electric defense as of late. Players are locked in, and we will be on offense to start this off. Koo boots this away, and Week 8 has officially started. Our newest X-Factor receiver taking this out, making a ton of moves to find room, but will be tackled down for the Broncos to start at the 29-yard line. Winston will lead our offense out, and since his terrible start to the season, he's thrown 6 touchdown passes in the last 2 outings and has been a lot more productive over the course of the season. First play of the game, it's a give to Mostert running up the middle, and he'll pick up a few yards. Mostert obviously getting the start today due to Lester Banks' injury last week with an abdominal tear, and he had a pretty decent game along with finding the end zone late in that game against the Titans. As this passes to a wide open Whitworth, who will take this past midfield, and the Broncos offense are dealing already to start this game. Back to Mostert here on first down, but Ebiketie gobbles him up only for a yard. And now 2nd and 9. Mostert getting the carry again, couldn't break free, and he had a lot of green grass in front of him if he was able to wiggle his way out of that tackle. And that's broken up by Jesse Bates, intended for Mostert, and the Broncos' opening drive will lead to a punt. Riley Dixon being called upon. He boots this away, and it's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, so not a good punt. But in comes Desmond Ridder and the Falcons offense. Back-to-back weeks facing guys trying to prove that they are their franchise quarterbacks, and he'll get his chance to prove that today. First play of the game, Bijan Robinson bursting through the scenes with a big run to pick up the first down. The former number 8 overall pick needs to be on our radar today, otherwise we are in for a rude awakening. As they go back to him here, and a much better job by our defense to fill the gaps to result in a short gain, as Robinson was very dominant in his last matchup and can easily reach that century mark with a score. Ridder to throw here, can't find anyone, and he gets bulldozed down well behind the line of scrimmage by Zach Allen with another sack on the year. Our pass rushing pressure is a vital part to our recent success. As Ridder feels it again, and he has no choice but to spike it in the area of Bijan Robinson. And our defense is already putting a pounding through this Falcons line for a punt. Broncos are set for their second drive. Pressure off the edge, and immediately down he goes. It's Baron Browning, the former Bronco. And I'm sure this was a game that was circled on his calendar coming into this one seeking vengeance. As that pass is complete, and Sutton with a great effort there to fight for the first down. Sutton showing great strength, taking a bunch of Falcons with him, refusing to go down. Winston to throw on first down. He gets it into the hands of the rookie Whitworth, and he'll keep the chains moving, as Whitworth has been making a ton of impact in our recent games, including finding the end zone against the Titans last week. As Mostert picks up 1 after a false start penalty, Clark Phillips shaken up on the play, but he would be okay. Now Winston taking a shot, and that's almost going the other way as it was in and out of the hands of Metellus, and the Broncos get away with one. On third down, too much pressure, and Winston had no choice but to spike it, and the Falcons defense will force yet another punt. Falcons offense trying to end the quarter on a high note. They go with Bijan, and the Broncos were ready for him that time, and a beautiful tackle there by Caden Stearns. Throwing here on second down, feeling pressure, and down he goes. Brandon Glover with the pressure, and big Michael Pierce with the assist. Start of the second quarter. Ridder will try to run, but he'll be hit from behind by Nate Gills, and hopefully that counts as a tackle for loss for his development upgrade. Broncos hoping for a score on this drive. They go with a play fake, and it's swung out to Dulcich for a solid gain of 4. Dulcich quietly in the last 2 weeks has found the end zone and becoming a more reliable piece when we're in the red zone. as Mostert runs into a wall here, and the Broncos are in danger of punting this ball back again. Throwing here on third down, and it's right into the hands of Mims for a first down. With all the focus on Whitworth's development today, we can't forget how good Mims has been for us, and sometimes a safety net for Winston as well. As Mostert is still having a tough time getting his runs to last more than 3 yards per carry. Passing here on second down, and Winston finds a wide open Dulcich downfield, and taking this near the 5-yard line, and the Broncos offense playing with more energy here in the second quarter. Now throwing towards the end zone and knocked away. Good coverage there by Mosley to prevent Sutton to secure it in the back of the end zone. As Mostert's rough day continues, it's the rookie Robbie O'Neal carrying him backwards for a big loss on that play. Third and goal. Throwing, and that's caught by Tim Patrick, but he's touched before crossing the line, so it's 4th and 1 on the 1. Going for it here. Throwing left, and it's caught for the touchdown. Kendrick Whitworth with another touchdown grab, and the Broncos take their first lead once again on this road trip. Falcons looking to counter on this drive. Pocket breaking, and Nate Gills will drown him in the backfield for his second sack of the day, and that will secure superstar development for him. Ritter throws, and that's somehow secured by Pitts, as Terrell Burgess was all over him on that play. Running read option to burn the clock, and the Broncos will bring him down. Broncos call timeout, awaiting for the punt. This is booted very well. Inside the 20. Fair catch is called, but eventually we would run out the clock as well to lead us into the half. Great job once again by our defense putting a ton of pressure on Ritter, and our offense was able to put together a very strong drive before the half to put us up. Halftime report. Division rivals face off as the Packers look to stay undefeated against the Vikings, up by a score heading into the half. Staying in the NFC North, the Bears are getting demolished by the Niners as Brock Purdy has yet to miss a throw, and McCaffrey also finds the end zone. And the rookie quarterback Demarius Browning is on the road facing the Commanders, and he is off to a great game with 2 passing touchdowns and the lead. Our game, on the other hand, has just 1 score, and we'll see if the action picks up here in the second half. Later on in the third quarter, as both offenses fail to pick up a first down. But Ritter will find Robinson for 1, and he'll be well past midfield. This is another element to Bijan's skill set, and it's so difficult to defend, as Barrington makes a beautiful play on the ball, and that could have been an easy walk-in touchdown, but instead it's second down. Throwing to the flat, and Barrington also reminding us of his tackling skills, and Pitts gets immediately dropped down after the catch. Ritter throwing over the middle, and Patrick Surtain reassuring the stadium why he's the best corner in the league, and the Falcons will end up punting this ball back. And Winston will look to take advantage here starting at the 10. Running it with Mostert, but Robbie O'Neal once again meeting him in the backfield, and giving us all kinds of trouble today, and no chance to run the ball. Going with a play fake here, but down goes Winston. It's Miles Jack as the Falcons brought pressure, and they will get pinned even deeper into their own end zone. Not taking any chances here, as they will just hand this off and trust their defense to get them the football once again. Falcons trying to make a good drive out of this after the punt placed him in good field position. They go with Robinson reading the field, and he'll be dropped down by Sanders and adding 6 more yards to his stat sheet today. Throwing on second down, and that passes behind his receiver and incomplete, so the Falcons will face yet another third down. Sending pressure here, and that pass is broken up. Caden Stearns once again making a big play, and it's 4th down. They opt to go for it, and converting it here as Odell Beckham Jr. secures his first catch of the day. New fresh set of downs. running it with Robinson, and he'll run into a wall led by Greg Gaines. And a stellar job by our guys up front to hold Bijan to under 50 yards up to this point. And that pass is caught by Drake London for the first down, and Barrington unable to get to the ball as he was shielded by the big body receiver. Robinson running it again, and not much room there, and the Falcons will need to look deeper into their playbook to punch this one in. On second down, they run the same play, and it looks nearly identical to the last, as Levi Wallace will fall on top of Robinson to bring them to third down and end the quarter. Field is flipped. Ritter to throw. Going to the end zone, wide open man, and caught for the touchdown. It's Curtis Samuel with the score, beating Carl Barrington on that route, and we officially have a tie game. Winston will try to lead the Broncos to another scoring drive. Going to Mostert on the first play, and he'll be dropped down immediately for only a short gain. Running room has been scarce against the Falcons' front seven today. Winston to throw, and that pass is caught by Whitworth for another big gain. And how great has he been, creating so much space and separation and making defenses look silly. And trying again with Mostert, but it simply has not been his day. And we'll need to somehow trust Winston's arm in order to come away with the victory in this one. They try something different here. Going with the screen, he's got blockers and gliding for the first down. And that is more of Mostert's game to get us some healthy yards there. Throwing here on first down. Spins and dumps this off to the running back. McLaughlin stiff arms but brought down immediately right after. But good toughness shown there by the backup running back, who's really picked it up these last few games. And Sutton unable to hang on to that one as he was draped all over by Phillips on that play, returning from his injury earlier. Going to Mostert on third down, and he'll hesitate and pick up the first down. Mostert with his best run of the day, and it came at one of the most critical moments of this game. Winston has all day to throw. Going to the end zone and caught for the touchdown. And the Broncos retake the lead on that amazing catch by Raheem Mostert, and he finds the end zone in consecutive weeks to put us up. Both teams punted on their last drives, in a final opportunity here for the Falcons to try to even this up on this 2-minute drive. Sending pressure here on first down. Ritter rolling away from it, throws, and it's caught by London, and he'll pick up the first down. He stayed in bounds, so the clock continues to run. Ritter to throw again on first down. He's going to take a deep shot, airing this one out, and knocked down by Barrington. And that could have resulted terribly for us, but Barrington's speed helps us breathe for a moment. Here on second down, Ritter looking downfield, throws, and it's intercepted! Caden Stearns with the takeaway and taking us to another victory. He has been quietly one of our great players on the secondary and making some impactful plays when needed. And now we see it here, accelerating to the ball and being aggressive to put this game away. But we have now shockingly won 5 games in a row and keeping our lead to being first in the division. And it's all thanks to this amazing defense that we have structured together. Jameis Winston did a great job managing the game by making sure we don't turn over the football, and comes away with 2 more touchdowns added to his season. We couldn't move the ball as much today because we struggled to run the ball today with Raheem Mostert, so I'm glad that Jameis Winston did just enough to keep us ahead. But it's certainly telling that we sorely missed Lester Banks in the backfield. And meanwhile, our other rookie, Kendrick Whitworth, with another score, and he's obviously going to be another piece that we know that we can rely on. And with his new upgrade, we are now forming an offense that's becoming very scary to play against with these rookies that we have. We just need the right guy at quarterback to be able to lead this group, and Winston has done an okay job at that so far. Defensively, pressure is the name of our game, and Nate Gills is making it hard for quarterbacks to breathe, as he was able to secure 2 more sacks alongside Zach Allen, and the other guys were able to get to Ritter as well in this one. And of course, the interception by Caden Stearns. He's been really big lately. He had, of course, the biggest interception in this game to close it out, but let's not forget that comeback against the Chiefs probably doesn't happen without his interception, which put us in great field position, and we ended up finishing that drive to get us to overtime to win it. It has been a wild run, and we now head into our bye week, and what a way to do it, winning 5 straight and staring at first place in our division. But we obviously have a long way to go. But let's not forget that with those 2 sacks, Nate Gills has secured himself to be a superstar development player, and that's huge for us to see him grow and really be the leader and dog of our defense. And he's set the tone of what kind of style and product we want to put out there. Before our bye week, to keep us up to date around the league, here are some trades that were also made. There wasn't anything ground shaking or blockbuster in this past trade deadline, but there were quite a few that were made, and it's also going to be weird seeing certain players in different uniforms like Jordan Brooks going to San Francisco. But all in all, it's a fun way to keep us in the loop on what's going on around the league. After our bye week, we will face the Las Vegas Raiders, who we lost to earlier in this year. And time to get some payback on the next episode. And we also have another breakout challenge, so another exciting one coming up. But anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. And comment who has been the most impressive player to you on this team. But I'll see you in the next one. I'm Monkey C, and I'm out.